Okay, this one is hilarious. This is so hilarious. I contacted a few people and we were looking at the pictures and we were laughing our asses off. Now, I made a video about a week and a half ago entitled Busted. It was about a second Nikon ambassador that posted some heavily manipulated pics. The guy is an excellent photographer. Okay, his compositional skills, where he places his subject relative to the lighting, has nothing to do with the photographer. Nothing. So I know, now I don't have exact proof, that Nikon said, hey, go post some more pictures from this lens. We're getting some negative feedback from some people about this lens, and then that thread sits static for, a week and a half, so he posts a bunch more images. But last night I got heavily attacked by apparently this Nikon ambassador's followers. It was like, you can't say that about... I said, he's a great photographer. That's not what the lens produces. Those images never came out of the lens. Never did. Well, he's going to post some raw files here shortly, and, he's going to prove you wrong. So I had like 5 people attacking me. I was reading over, I had to translate from another language. I won't say what Nikon ambassador it is. Translate from another language. And some people were like, yeah, he's not questioning that you're not a good photographer. He's questioning the fact that this isn't what the image produces. I had to translate that from Romanian. Anyway, so 3 raw files are posted, and all those people out there said, oh, no, 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 Well, here's the vindication, right here. This is from Capture NXD. Now, I don't know if all of you know exactly what active D lighting is, but active D lighting is like taking a normal picture, and an active D would be like taking a bunch of crayons to the picture and, brightly colored ones. So, active D lighting is set to extra high. What? Sharpening is set to 5. Clarity is set to 1. 1 over, plus 1. Saturation is set to plus 1. Okay, the other pictures are the same. Yeah, normal, high, so, yeah, let's see, standard, plus 5 sharpening, active D lighting, extra high, 5 of sharpening, 1 of clarity. The images themselves are beautiful. They're incredibly flat. Incredibly flat. It just looks like somebody took a cutout from a magazine, and then, like, if you had a picture of a background, like say you printed out a picture of a nice background scenery, okay, and then you like cut out some individuals, okay, and then like pasted it to that background. That is what the images look like. The photographer, in his excellent skills, okay, an excellent photographer, obviously. Nikon doesn't have any shabby... Well, I take that back. They've got a couple of them, but Nikon doesn't have any shabby photographers, okay? And I know these people are not direct workers for Nikon, as according to their website, this is Nikon ambassadors or independent contractors and blah, blah, blah. However, I know for a fact that Nikon obviously talks to their ambassadors all the time. It's like, do this for us, do that for us. So this lens was getting a bunch of flack. A lot of the flack was from me. This has nothing to do with the photographer, whose skills are excellent. This actually is one of their best Nikon ambassadors as far as his photography skills. Nothing to do with the damn photographer. I'm proven 100% right. There it is right there. I mean, I have to give this Nikon ambassador kudos to not scrubbing the metadata off of these 3 raw files. Active D lighting set to extra. I mean, these images are incredibly flat and undersaturated. But to even reach that level of undersaturation and that level of just flat blah. Now, the photography from the photographer is excellent, okay? We have to separate the two here. The photographer is here, okay? The computer is over here. The lens is over here. Has nothing to do with the photographer. Nobody gives a damn about anybody manipulating images, okay? But this is a new lens, and Nikon is using their ambassadors to represent this lens. But that ain't what the lens is doing, girlfriend. That is what someone is doing with camera presets and over here on the computer. Sharpening set to 5, clarity to 1. Active D lighting set to extra high. Now, I suggest you do a little bit of research about what extra high of active D lighting will do to an image. That these images are flat and blah. Perfect photography, perfect composition, perfect lighting. The photographer is excelencia, okay? So, all those people that were bitching about me, turns out I was right to begin with. All those people that were attacking me last night on that video I made a couple weeks ago, turns out I was right. They were going, oh, we're going to get you, he's going to post some raw files. You know, you kept saying that his images are manipulated. Yeah, they are. They are. This has nothing to do with the photographer, whose skills are excellent. Do you get my point? These are the raw files from the Nikon ambassador himself. Right there. Active D-lighting set to high. 5 of sharpening. I told you this lens. You know, 5 of sharpening. That's what this lens needs. Digital photography is digital photography. Nobody gives a damn what anybody does on their computer. But if you're a Nikon ambassador and you're posting these pictures to other people, and then other people go, oh damn, I want to buy that lens, you know, obviously he's an excellent photographer. You take that combined with how you can manipulate the image from a bad lens, and it is a bad lens. Is it a sharp lens? Yeah. Unfortunately, people that are smarter than a box of rocks, which are not too many, know that a lens, as far as how good or bad it is not based upon how sharp it is only. You know? The point is that we're seeing a lot of whine from an expert photographer. And I'm going, no, this expert photographer is yanking on cow tits and he's getting milk. Okay? With active D-lighting set to extra high and 5 points of sharpening. You know, he's showing people a bunch of whine. And what I'm saying is the photographer is fine. That lens is milk. Okay? But people are looking at wine images. Actually, the images, not from the photographer, the images are very flat. Because the photographer can do only what the photographer can do. His skills are excellent, but the lens can only do what it can do. So I'm 100% vindicated. I'm 100% validated. What are people going to... And these are the people that were attacking me last night. I got like 10 different people. There's 10 or 11 people attacking me. So I knew there must have been a stir. He's like, oh, you know, oh, he said busted. No, it has nothing to do with the photographer. It has to do with the fact that this lens does not do that. This lens cannot make those images straight out of camera. So I appreciate the Nikon ambassador actually posting these raw files that didn't have the metadata scrubbed off of them, because metadata scrubbers are a dime a dozen. There's hundreds of them out there where you could scrub them. I mean, you could have actually heavily tweaked the raw files and then scrubbed the metadata clean. And then I would have been, you know, I would have had egg on my face, because people would be like, look at these images. The metadata says that they're untouched. But the Nikon ambassador, left the metadata in there. So I have to give him kudos for that. So I'm completely vindicated. I was right to begin with. I don't care what anybody buys. If you want to buy 10 of those lenses, go buy 10 of them. But I was right to begin with. Damn. Bye.